Hello everyone and welcome back. On screen, we now have the budget model that will form the basis of our project budget once the project is approved for execution. Ultimately, this model will be incorporated into the business case document so that executive management can approve it and the execution of the project can commence. At this stage, the project hasn't been approved yet, and we're trying to demonstrate that this project will provide benefit to the organization. We'll now go over the budget in detail to get a better understanding. As you can see here, we have investments that are divided by capital, shown here, and operating, shown here on line 14. In this lecture, we'll only focus on the capital section up here of the budget for now. These are the items that add value to an investment and the organization. These items take the project from concept to creation. So right now, let's go over each of these components right here. Firstly, we have the hardware purchases, which represent new laptops that we are going to be purchasing during the course of the project. For 2020 and 2021, the project is budgeted to realize $100,000 for each year. This is based on previously reaching out to laptop vendors and attaining the best possible deal or coordinating with a preferred laptop vendor that has already a relationship with our organization, Tech Company Inc. If our organization does go through a vendor selection process, this process may be time consuming as different vendors may need to be contacted in order to find the best possible deal. Next, we have $110,000. We have $100,000 charged to the project for each of 2020 and 2021 for the software purchase. This is the one-time purchase of PMO Tools Inc. software that is already out of the box. The only thing that needs to be done by them is to customize and reconfigure this software to meet our project needs. This particular vendor was selected after a careful vendor selection process, which took about 2 months to complete, from initial presentation to final contract signing. Of course, this type of timeline will depend on the vendor selection processes present at your organization. Next, we have software license, and this is the purchase of bulk user licenses required to use PMO Tools Inc.'s software. For this project, we have software licensing worth $50,000 budgeted for 2020 and 2021. Once this project is done, we will continue to realize software licensing fees, but this will be captured in the operational portion of the budget, as we will discuss later. The costs related to software licensing should be defined during conversations at the vendor selection process. The vendor budget is earmarked for expenses relating to PMO Tools Inc.'s development teams to reconfigure their product to meet our project needs. The way we got to the $250,000 project budget was that both teams from PMO Tools Inc. and Tech Company Inc. agreed on a high-level project timeline where PMO Tools Inc.'s milestones were defined and associated costs confirmed. This information will be captured in our Statement of Work, or SOW, agreement with them. We'll go over this in more detail when we discuss the SOW document later in another lecture. Internal resources from Tech Company Inc. will do the upgrading for the Internet security software to accommodate the data passage between Tech Company Inc. and PMO Tools Inc. Analysts from Tech Company Inc. will also perform detailed design work that is covered under capital expense and not operational. Resource efforts relating to detailed work specifically to get this project completed is considered capital and not operational. And internal project manager resource efforts are operational and not capital, as they are involved more in general governance processes that are ongoing no matter what project they work on. The value derived here is budgeted by taking the anticipated number of hours that the resource will work on the project and multiplying it by the standard labor rate that has been established by the organization. We'll get into more detail about how to do this in a future lecture. At the bottom of the capital investment section, we see that this project execution will last 2 years in duration, and the total capital investment will come out to $1 million.
Hello, my name is Dan Rivera, a certified project management professional for about 10 years. In that time, the financial knowledge I gained as a project manager inspired me to create this course on budget and cost management for information technology projects. In 2019, the Harvard Business Review reported that on average, projects go over budget by 27% of their intended cost. Also on average, 1 in 6 projects saw a budget overrun of 200%. Yikes! My goal with this project is to help educate you specifically about the financial management of an information technology project. Personally, I was frustrated by not finding information about budget and cost management techniques for IT projects specifically. Hopefully, this course is on the path to changing that. During this course, we'll leverage a sample project to help understand the content of budget and cost management procedures. What I want to do here is present you with the core budget and cost management details that are necessary to successfully manage your project to completion. This includes if there are any changes necessary to your budget or cost plan during the execution of your project. Don't become another statistic of the Harvard Business Review. Register today.